Hello and welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video we are starting things over by the witch farm which we built up in the last episode. Now what I've done is I've been doing a little bit of work since you saw the last episode. Now I like to stream. Now when I can stream, I stream on twitch.tv/RoverMC. There is a link to that down below, so make sure you follow that so you never miss another stream again. But we tend to stream on a Saturday, and this Saturday we actually did some work. We started working on a storage system. Now I seem to be having a lot of mobs here. We do need to do something about this. Definitely when we get the floor in place, it might have to involve glass or carpets or something along those lines just to stop these mobs spawning, and we definitely need a better entrance to where we're actually going to be working in today's episode. You may notice that the minecarts have actually been raised up in the farm. Now we've done this for a good reason. We put them on top of soul sand, and that is because we saw loads of items. Actually we were losing quite a bit of rates because we were seeing loads of items just coming out here on the sides and actually leaving to despawn. So what I've done is I've raised them all on top of soul sand. That means the hoppers can still pick up the items because soul sand isn't a full block. Minecarts then sit on top of it, cause the entity cramming, and the witches still die as usual. These now head down there and not into a chest system down there. That is because in that stream we started working on this place. This is going to be our storage system, which is clearly not very well lit up. Yeah, please, thank you, die, thank you, there we go. And if we take a look down here, we have done some building and decorating down here. We've added in a storage system. This is where all our items are going to be stored. And take a look at that. That is so much redstone. That's over 4.5 blocks of, 4.5 stacks of blocks of redstone, which is awesome. And as you can see, if we just flick through these chests, you'll see all the items we are storing, which is pretty cool. So we've got the 8 items there, and we've got the same on all 4 sides, so we are able to get tons and tons of resources. You'll see that sticks, that's a big one we get a lot of. They're obviously the most common, one of the most common things we get, and they fill up the whole way down there. Now in today's episode, I'd like to finish off this room down here. So as you can see, we sort of terraform the roof up here. We also need to sort out the floor's not done yet, and we also need to work out these little bits here and maybe cover up that ice stream because that is the water stream we've got up there. So if I show you how the storage system is actually working on the redstone point of view, if we come around the back, that hopper line which we saw coming out of the witch farm, collecting the items, goes straight into this dropper. When that drop has items in it, it will shoot out into this water stream, and then we have the basic impulse SV item sorter going the whole way along, and this just filters through all of the items, and as you can see, these have all been set up correctly. So that is actually really nice to see all that working. We have a proper storage system in place, which is very exciting. Now, I'm thinking about what I'd like to do in these gaps. I kind of want to design some kind of witch face. We have to incorporate some kind of witch face into this. I feel like it has to be done. However, these are only 3 blocks wide, so maybe we have to do a little bit of work here and extend that out. But yeah, let's head to the testing world and see if we can come up with some kind of goofy witch face to put in both sides of here. I think that would really suit the theme. This looks horrendous, and that's not much better. Oh, pixel art, it's not really my thing. It's definitely not my thing. It just doesn't look right, does it? I'm wondering, is maybe that too short? If we bring all the hat down by a bit, does that help it? Oh, it does actually. That does help it a fair bit, and we can actually just lower all of this down by 1. Yeah. This is definitely not my area of expertise here. Wow. Wow. I think that's a bit better. I mean, it's still not amazing, but it's better than it definitely... that's awful to look at. Yeah, I think we'll go with something like this. Oh my word, yeah, this is still not great. If you've got any suggestions of how I can make this look any better, make sure to let me know down in the comment section. And to be honest, I think she needs a name. This witch, she definitely needs a name. We're going to have 2 of them, so make sure to leave name suggestions down in the comment section. But yeah, let's head to the OmathaCraft server, and yeah, let's see if we can squeeze these in place. I've decided I'm going to scrap the idea with the witch head, at least for the time being, just because I can't build, it just doesn't look right to save my life. So I think we are going to avoid that, but what I have added over here is a big lava pool. Now there's a good reason for this. That is because we are probably, maybe, eventually, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Now, I said a lot of words there, which actually made no sense whatsoever, but we'll continue as pretending that didn't happen. But the plan is, maybe one day we might fill all of the storage system up, which I think would be pretty impressive. So that's something we've definitely got to work towards, but that means we will eventually get overflow, and what I thought would be nice is we have a nice little caged lava pool area, so we watch the items coming down here and they will get burned. Obviously, at that point in time, we will not need any more resources. I mean, just imagine the amount of redstone we'd have from this thing. That would be amazing. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. That is definitely going to happen. But now, the last thing I want to do, just to sort of finish off this area down here, is we do need to work on some way of getting up and down from here. But I also want to work on the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dig out this area down here, and I think we'll do the similar kind of thing as we've done to the ceiling. We'll get our smooth stone, we'll get around the site, and we'll try and cobble something together down here without using cobblestone. We will head back on the server in just a second to take a look at the tiny bit of floor decoration I have been doing. However, I have been working over here in the testing world to design a nice little elevator we are going to use going from the top floor, so the surface level, the whole way down into our mineshaft little elevator. So I've tried to build a mineshaft-esque elevator. So what we do is we wander inside here. As you'll see, the lamp is on, meaning the elevator is on this floor. And then we hit the button. You'll see we start going downwards and we head the whole way down. Head down to the bottom and those lights flick onwards. We are obviously stuck down the bottom, and if we take a look at the top, the doors have closed, the light has gone off, and down here these doors have opened and this lamp has gone on. So if we take another look at this, what we'll do is we'll look at it from the outside. So if we hit the button just there, you'll see those doors there close, those doors and those lamps go on. It's a nice simple circuit. We're using a really simple flying machine just in the middle down here. If we can squeeze in, there we go, you'll see there's a nice simple flying machine. Now I'm going to try and talk you through the design process of this and how we actually went about building this thing. So firstly, we started off with the basic flying machine. That is just a really nice simple system that just goes up and down whenever we trigger the observer. So that observer there, when that detects, it will go upwards. And there is another observer, if we can fly around, that is on the other side of this dropper here. And when that is detected, that will then obviously send the system downwards. So we started off with that. Then I thought I'd like to add some doors into this. So to do that, we need to be able to detect where the flying machine is. So we added a cauldron down at the bottom. This obviously increases the block limit on there, but it's still underneath 12, so this flying machine can still go up and down. When this down here is all the way down, which we can actually demonstrate by this, so if we activate the flying machine, that is going to run the whole system down just like that. You will see there is a cauldron here. This is filled up with water. The comparator will detect this. When it detects this, it will send a pulse all the way up here, and that will unlock these doors. As you can see, those doors there are no longer powered. We've also got redstone torches on side this circuit, which means it will put the inverse into the lamps, meaning the lamps go onwards. Alongside this, we also have this piston and slime block push thing going up here. So when this elevator down here, when the cauldron is not being detected, and if we take a look at this, this is with our piston arm extended just up like this, and as you will see, this will do the exact same up here. So what we are not doing is we're not detecting the cauldron when it's up at this level. We're actually just using a pulse. That is why there is a bit of delay when you come up here, you hit the button and try to go downwards. The doors do delay and don't close while you're in sight. That is not too much of a worry. It's more just a nice aesthetically pleasing thing. If anyone wanders along, they'll see, right, the elevator's down there, can't go down there, it's not safe, that kind of business. I think that's just a nice little feature. So yeah, as we said, that is a really nice simple system. The way we activate up here, instead of having, let's say, a redstone lamp like we have done the whole way down there, we got a redstone lamp activating that observer there, so when that redstone lamp turns on, the flying machine heads upwards. I didn't really want to do that with the walls up here, only because I didn't want a redstone lamp in the wall. It's not going to look very good. So what we did is we put a dropper instead of the furnaces. They have the same back texture. They are also non-movable, so that when there's a dropper or the rest of furnaces, it really doesn't matter which is which. But when we activate the dropper, the observer can detect that, meaning it will then be able to fly downwards. So this is a really nice simple system, and this is what I'd like to build on the OmathaCraft server. So I've started putting in place the mineshaft elevator, and I've just made a realization: we can't place any blocks in this area. So we can't place any blocks above this place here. So we have to do a little bit of clever thinking here. What I'm thinking is we'll actually just forget about the roof on the top bit. We don't need a roof. We don't necessarily need the doors. I think the doors down at the bottom, I think that'd just be a nice little feature. But yeah, no, I think that would actually make this whole process a lot easier in the long run. We are happy and free to have as many blocks as we want below the surface just there. But yeah, it's just that I think if we have the elevator just here, and we could have a button on just one of these, that will be fine. Yeah, and that'll take us down. And if we look at things, it's not a massive elevator. If we just drop down the ladder, I had to place some diorite in just to place in those last of those blocks. It's not that bad. It's similar to the height we built up on the testing world. So yeah, that's not too bad whatsoever. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get the actual flying machine itself in. That should only take a couple of minutes. Once that's in, we've only got, well, it's not that much left. All we have to do is we get the door opening and closing system. It's a really simple thing to build. And the elevator is actually complete, which is pretty cool to take a look at. The last things we need to do is just cover over here, cover over those gaps. There we go, that last block there, and there we go. That is going to be the front of our elevator. We're going to get rid of that bed. We could do with covering that up, but we'll do that in a minute. That's not too much of a worry. Right, here we go. We'll press the button, and we head downwards. I shouldn't be standing on that block. That's the one block that won't go downwards, and when we get to the bottom, the doors open, the lights go on, and you may notice, yeah, it's not in line, and the reason for that is this is a 2-wide elevator. This is a 5-wide room. This was never going to sync up properly, so we're just gonna live with it. I'm not gonna do anything about it. Yeah, I don't think it's a point. I've got to be completely honest. I really don't think it's a point of doing much to change that. That would be a big job to actually rework that entirety of the system. But yeah, I mean, I keep AFKing here because honestly, it is great just to look at the amount of resources we get from this thing. It is so much fun to watch. So lastly, what I think I need to do is I'm just going to cover up this area round here, and then I think this room is pretty much complete. And with that, I'd say this room is pretty much complete. So we got the roof done there, we've got the roof done here, and I did a little sort of alcove bit there. And what I'm thinking actually is we do need a bit of the leaf action coming on in there. So you know what? Let's head up to the surface. Let's head over to a tree, grab a few oak leaves, and plop them down in there. I really think that will just finish up that area. I've got a very minimal rockets left, so let's just head over here. I'm not too worried about these trees. I reckon just one, maybe two. Yeah, let's grab that. That should do us fine. Let's head back down. But yeah, this place is actually coming together, and this is looking pretty cool. So obviously, we will be working up here on the surface, making this place look even better than it already does. And I think just like that, that just finishes and completes this place. Yeah, this place is looking actually really cool. Really pleased with how this room's turned out. It's, yeah, it looks really good. And we've also got this place here, which we're probably not going to see much action of, but I think it's just a nice little feature there. We got this sort of lava, we got an anvil here. That's also reminding me, we do need to make sure we put a crafting table down here. Obviously, that will always be useful while we're down here. So yeah, I think that will make us, yeah, this place fully completed. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I thought to keep you up to date with what I'm doing actually behind the scenes on the server, and what I'm doing at the moment is actually restocking our shop. We still don't have a name for it, so we need your suggestions down in the comment section. Our wonderful redstone shop that is selling all kinds of bits and pieces. We definitely need your suggestions down in this down in the comment section, so we can actually give it a proper name and branding and all of that kind of bits and pieces. But yeah, as you can see, what we're doing is we're actually just stocking it up because we're slowly running down on the stock. I've stocked up rockets, and now I'm stocking up all of the bee supplies, so we can actually get together and start promoting the shop more and making more money. However, unfortunately, I have completely run out of time for today's video. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, as it really does help out the channel a lot, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.